right, guys, welcome back to another video. We have lots of news to go over today, from some more deep dives into games to just some overall things happening within the industry. But before we do jump into it, make sure to hit that subscribe if you do like daily gaming news, and check out my Spotify. Link is in the description. But we will start off here with Obsidian and Avowed. They have been all over the gaming news recently with more deep dives and looks into the upcoming Avowed. And Xbox did a pretty cool thing after the Xbox Game Showcase. They've had this week of deeper dives into games that they have shown off there. And they started off with Avowed, where we got a lot more information on the game. One of the big things people are excited about is something as simple as getting that third-person view that you can play in this game. So you're going to be able to do that switch back, first person, third person. I think that's great. I love having the options out there. The thing with Xbox is they have so many first person games, giving people that option to play in third person. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be appreciating that. But I think Avowed looks great. Everything that they have shown, the improvements of the combat, they took in the advice from the first time that they showed it off, and they've overall improved it. We've seen now like more deep dives into the NPCs and dialogue and things like that. I'm pretty ready for this game. I'm pretty ready for it to just come out. I'm sold on it. I'm going to be playing it. I love Obsidian, and I love the game, the way that it's looking. And this game is taking place in the Pillars of Eternity universe. And now they put out a tweet here saying that they are going to be starting this ongoing series on Thursdays called Road to Avowed. And they tweet this out: "Greetings, watchers. Return to the lands of Drywood and the Deadfire Archipelago. In our new stream, Road to Avowed, we'll revisit Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2 with guest devs to explore Aura and share insights on the development processes. See you Thursday at 2 p.m. And you can see here the actual picture. It says starting June 13th, Thursdays. Now, they don't specifically say this is ongoing, but if you read that, it sounds like this is going to be an ongoing series where you're going to starting off with the Pillars of Eternity stuff there, get you acquainted with that universe, and then I'm guessing we are going to see more deep dives and insights and processes into the actual development of that. So pretty exciting stuff there. I will be checking those out to kind of stay updated on the game. I mean, they are setting up that big marketing for the launch of it. There's tons of information out there for it. If you aren't sold on it yet, you're going to have the opportunity to see more of it before you decide to actually jump in and play. Of course, this is a day one Xbox Game Pass game. We don't know the official release date yet because they didn't actually 100% come out and confirm that. They did say that it was coming out on November 12th, 2024, but then quickly removed it from their own website. So whether that was just a slip up and they aren't ready to reveal it, or it was a mistake, we're not sure about that yet. I feel like that is the actual release date. They're just waiting in their entire marketing campaign plan to put out an official announcement where they can do a bunch of hype for it, get a video going, and then start posting the release date everywhere on social media and where people play games. So that's what I'm thinking is happening. I think Keighly just accidentally came out and decided just a slight bit too early, and they had to quickly rescind it. But of course, it's the internet. They catch it right away. It's looking like this is going to be a November 12th release, adding to just the overall stacked last 4 months of 2024, not just in terms of Xbox games, because also like we have Indiana Jones and stuff, but just from also third-party games that I'm going to want to be playing. I mean, I'm just thinking starting from the end of August going forward, there's Star Wars Outlaws, there's Assassin's Creed Shadows, yeah, Visions of Mana coming out right at the end of August too. So those last 4 months are just going to be absolutely stacked with games. You have Call of Duty Black Ops 6 coming out as well. And as we know, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 was a huge part of the Xbox Game Showcase. It is going to be the biggest Xbox game essentially every year now in terms of sales and revenue and all of that stuff. And Black Ops 6, again, no different. And it was a huge part of Xbox Game Showcase. They had it in the main showcase, and they had the direct. And then we saw it just quickly jump up to the top pre-ordered game. People are still going to be buying the heck out of this game, even though it is on Xbox Game Pass. But the trailer itself has now actually become the most watched ever Call of Duty trailer. And a lot of this could be because Xbox Game Pass is fueling interest. I do think Game Pass is going to bring a lot more players into the fold who previously didn't at least play it on day one. They're going to jump in and they're going to try it out and just download it onto the Game Pass service. But here are the stats for this. It says in just 4 days, the Black Ops 6 gameplay reveal trailer, which debuted during the Xbox Game Showcase, has picked up more than 50 million views on the series' official YouTube channel. That now makes it the most popular Call of Duty trailer of all time, surpassing 2016 Infinite Warfare reveal, which had 46 million views at the time of writing. And the great thing about this Black Ops 6 trailer is I think it was very good, and we got lots of information on the game. The game itself is looking like it's taking a step forward, and they're making it probably one of the best Call of Duties ever. I know they make it sound like that every single year, but at least just from the more information that we've talked about on the channel in previous videos and stuff like the Classicals Prestige coming back, it just sounds like this is going to be a great game with the amount of maps that they're releasing at launch, the overall package, the campaign is sounding like they are definitely improving on it over Modern Warfare 3. So I'm very excited for Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And of course, the setting I think is just absolutely awesome. So very cool stuff here. And the hype train for this game is just going to continue until it does eventually make its release at the end of October. Now, when it comes to other release dates, one thing at the Xbox showcase is they didn't really give us any official release dates. And you kind of look at that on two levels. You could be annoyed that there is no official release date, but I feel like Xbox has learned their lesson where they don't really want to put anything down permanently and then have to go out and make those official delay announcements, which I think from a business perspective is pretty smart, especially with the way that the industry is going right now with development costing more and taking longer. You don't really want to put that negative PR by always having to delay a game, but if you put it within a time frame, you're kind of flexible on the actual day that it does come out. But Tom Warren has updated via his latest Notepad article. And just to be clear, the Notepad is a subscription you have to pay to actually get in and see that stuff. He also puts those rumors about the Halo Combat Evolved being developed for PlayStation 5 behind the paywall, which I thought was kind of ridiculous. But he does put this out here about some release timeframes, some release games from Xbox. He says Microsoft didn't put a date or release window on Gears of War E-Day, but a few months back I'd heard it was targeting a release in 2025 ahead of even Fable. That may have changed by now, so the lack of a release window gives the coalition some breathing room here. Either way, I don't think we'll have to wait too long to see how Gears can really push the Xbox Series S and X console. So if he is correct here, and obviously this isn't confirmed, take this with a grain of salt, but if he is correct here, that kind of answers some of my questions that I've been having over the last few days. Is Gears of War E-Day looks phenomenal. That trailer we got was absolutely insane. And are they going to be, and we know they're using Unreal Engine 5, but are they going to be using it to push the Series X and the S to the maximum extent that they can be pushed to? Or are they going to make this a cross-generational release and have this as kind of a launch game, let's say in 2026 for the next generation Xbox? So what he is saying here is that that's not going to be the case. They're actually targeting 2025, which is even before Fable. So we'll see if that plays out. Maybe we'll get some gameplay. Maybe we'll see more about it soon. I mean, if it is coming out in 2025, they must have some gameplay eventually to be showing off to us, whether that is a show later this year or if that's going into a show next year with a holiday 2025 release. So well, hopefully that will be clarified. And then it says here, Fable's developer Playground Games is best known for the Forza Horizon series that always pushes the visual limits of the Xbox hardware, and it looks like it's going to do the same here. Sources tell me Microsoft is currently targeting Fable to release between October and December 2025, so it could still be another 18 months away. So if Fable's coming out in October to December 2025, and he's saying here he's heard that potentially Gears could be coming out before that means that Gears E-Day would be probably a summer 2025 release. So we're going to most likely see more information on that game sooner rather than later if Tom Warren here is correct. And speaking of Gears of War E-Day, we talked about this a couple of days ago. Geoff Keighly had been called out by a couple of people about this tweet here, specifically talking about the Gears of War E-Day trailer, saying it was a CG trailer from Blur Studio using in-game assets from UE5. He got corrected here by a Guy Welsh, who is an Xbox marketing director, and just kind of explaining this entire trailer, saying that it was fully developed with in-game models, textures, environments, and props that players will see in the final game. So kind of everything you did see in that trailer, you're going to see, which is kind of, it's mind-blowing. But then he also got called out by Jameer Blanco, who I talked about in my other video, who is a creature artist at Blizzard Entertainment. And his main thing was saying that Geoff failed to say that the piece was in full real time. Everyone jumped on that. Everyone got on Geoff Keighly. He got community noted and everything. But we have to clear that up because we talked about the original post. So we'll talk about the correction. And Geoff Keighly was actually technically correct here with this tweet. The community note has been removed. And there's a statement from Microsoft saying the Gears of War E-Day trailer was made in collaborations across the Coalition, Blur Studios, and GNet, developing using in-game models, textures, and environments, which to me, that is kind of the major thing here, how crazy some of those things do look, and all captured in Unreal Engine 5. It was not captured in real time, as some have suggested. And then he links to the GameSpot story covering this. So the community note was reversed. And Jameer Blanco actually corrected himself and saying that he was wrong on that. So that is the end of the whole Gears of War E-Day drama trailer stuff that went on there. It's kind of irrelevant, to be completely honest. We know the Coalition. We know how good their games look. This game is going to look phenomenal, real time or not. It's obviously not going to be as crazy as a CG trailer because they have to make it into an actual video game with so many more things going on. But it is going to be, I would bet, one of the best looking games we see this generation. Now let's jump over here because PlayStation 5 has finally gotten a great feature that's been on Xbox for a while, and it is now here in PlayStation 5, and that is full Discord integration, where you can actually just jump right into a Discord call on your PS5. It says here from PlayStation, they tweet out, you'll soon be able to join Discord voice chats directly from your PS5 console. The update is gradually rolling out over the coming weeks, starting in Japan and Asia. And this is awesome. This is great to see. I love that these consoles are doing this. They see that integration with PC. They know how important it is. They know that games now are crossplay. People have friends on PC, and they want to make it as easy as possible for you to actually be able to interact with them, to get those two ecosystems coexisting together. And the other thing I think that this is important is because PlayStation has games on PC. They're going to have more games on PC, and they want to probably make it as easy as possible for somebody to stay within the PlayStation network to be playing their games, but still be able to use the voice chat of their choice. So if you're on PC, you're playing a game, a PlayStation game, which I think the feature is going to probably be via a PlayStation launcher, that you're not going to be deterred from actually playing that game, knowing that you can still jump into Discord and talk with your friends who's playing that same game on a PlayStation console. So that's great to see. Happy to see more Discord integration coming. It is the premier place to chat and discuss gaming with your friends. So hopefully they continue to just improve on it and make it overall better than that. And when it comes to PlayStation game sales, this is going to be a story that I think comes up more than once, not just with Sea of Thieves. I think if other games from Xbox land on PlayStation, this is going to happen because people want to play these games. Now they have that opportunity. If they have a PS5 and didn't pick it up on an Xbox or a PC, but that is PlayStation's top selling games, their top downloads. And look here, what has been the top downloaded game for the PS5 in US and Canada and in the EU. Sea of Thieves is on top of both of these charts. This is a first-party Xbox game on PlayStation, being the top downloaded game on the PlayStation platform. And that's a huge win for Xbox as a business. I know you're gonna have the fanboys with the whole console exclusivity thing still getting so angry about this type of stuff. As I've always said on this channel, it does not matter if someone else gets to play a video game. But from Xbox's perspective, this is a big win because they are selling these games on the PlayStation platform. They're making money off of PlayStation users, and it's a top game, and they're going to be able to reinvest all of that money back into Xbox and develop more big first party games, get more games to the Game Pass and everything. So this is a win-win. And obviously they probably had some pretty good analytics of this before they launched this game onto PS5. And this strategy is working out very well for them right now. We'll see what other games do end up coming there. Based off of what we have seen, you would assume that the business strategy update, they said that they were going to look at these 4 games and then make decisions going forward. Well, Hi-Fi Rush and Pentiment didn't do very well comparatively to Sea of Thieves and Grounded. You would assume that's going to be more online service multiplayer games that will make their ways over to the PlayStation 5. All right, jumping over here, let's talk about some more layoffs, as some more layoffs are hitting the gaming industry. It's going to continue all year, but this is for VR Chat. They're laying off 30% of their employees from the company, saying, although difficult, this decision is a proactive step towards securing the future success of our business and community and missions. We believe it positions us strongly for the years ahead, allowing us to navigate challenges effectively and continue delivering on our mission. That's kind of been the same statement that every company puts out every time there are any layoffs, saying they're securing their future, they're making sure they're going to be successful going forward, and these layoffs have to happen. And I think it really just points to all these companies really reducing those costs, probably investing in some smaller projects, some more profitable projects. And that's just going to come in the ways of firing people or laying people off, mainly probably because a lot of them overhired over the last number of years, trying to cash in on a major boom when people were stuck at home. And now things are kind of coming back to normal. They have to get rid of those workforce. But unfortunately for the people working at VR Chat, this is just another negative layoff event that has happened throughout this year. All right, jumping over here, Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition trophies are appearing online. I know this may not be the Beyond Good and Evil news that a lot of people have been looking forward to, because Ubisoft Forward, we were hoping we'd finally see it once again, Beyond Good and Evil 2, which has just been hidden from us for such a long time. But if you are a fan of this game, it looks like a 20th Anniversary Edition is coming with these trophies appearing. It says here, the Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition trophies for the PlayStation 5 have appeared online, sparking discussion that the game could be released soon. They appeared on Exophase, which uses PlayStation's backend to update its readers on future title releases and trophies. And according to the new article, the game will have 35 different trophies. So if you are a Beyond Good and Evil fan, at least right now it is pointing to some sort of content, which I guess is better than nothing. But I think we just kind of want to see what the heck's going on with Beyond Good and Evil 2. They say it's still in development and they have not been showing it off. And then another game here that came out, and it is, in my opinion, one of the best games to be released this year, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. But what held this game back, I think, from major sales success is they didn't release it on Steam. It was an Epic Games Store exclusive, and obviously Ubisoft launcher and on console, but they didn't put it in the main place PC gamers would go out and pick it up. And it looks like that is now finally coming, as there is a store page for this, and it is saying that it is being released on August 8th, 2024. So if you've been waiting to pick up and play this game on Steam, now you are going to be able to do that. And then finally, we have more information here on Dragon Age Veilguard. This game, the more I read about it, it really does look like it is going to be good. It does look like it may be a return to form for BioWare, which it is in great need of. They need to start putting out great games, and games like a well-reviewed, critically acclaimed, because a lot of people have kind of given up on BioWare with some of their recent releases. But here is some more information on the skill trees, the RPG systems, and the classes. So there will be a player cap at level 50. It confirmed Bolera is a mage. The base management returns. It's called the Lighthouse. And the game director says, incredibly deep RPG progression. If I were to contrast Mass Effect versus Dragon Age, for instance, I really view Mass Effect as an ARPG, big action, minor RPG. We're almost the total inverse of that. So if you've played Mass Effect, you'll kind of understand that. I think a lot of people actually kind of looked at Dragon Age Veilguard and thought this was very similar to Mass Effect, but obviously in the fantasy setting. So what they're saying here is kind of overall reversed in the RPG deepness of it all. There is enormous skill tree web that is bespoke for each class. Skill tree web is a bit smaller to Final Fantasy X sphere grid. Players start in the center of it and work outwards towards specializations they want, which is always cool. Examples are warriors can pump skill points into something more defense-oriented, weapons-oriented, or abilities. Warrior specializations, you have the Reaper, can lifesteal. You have the Slayer, who wields the big blade. You have the champion, who is a tank. The origin you select at the start can net you bonuses like extra dialogue options or stat boosts. Example, shadow dragons deal extra damage to Vanatory blood cultists. Skills are unique per class. Every level nets a skill point plus other activities to get you more points. You're going to go through, obviously, and just there's going to be lots of things to take part in to get those points. Where other RPGs might see players invest all of their skill points to reach a specialization, the team wanted players here to reach specializations about mid-game, and then you can really branch out, which I like that. I do like hearing that, because I want to be able to branch out and try different things before I'm like done the game or getting close to the end of the game. So mid-game, you're going to be able to see it and then just see kind of where you want to go from there. So I'm guessing there's just going to be some cool decisions that really affect your gameplay. It says each companion has 5 core abilities, each with their own skill trees that players can customize, lower cooldowns, add additional effects, etc. Elemental mechanics are very important: ice, fire, electricity. And each companion also has unique abilities that are tied specifically to them. Neve has ice powers, for example. So that's Dragon Age Veilguard. And from what we've seen so far, I've actually a lot of faith in this game. I have a lot of faith that this is going to be a return to form. I'm very excited to eventually play this game this year, which is when it does release. But I'm going to end the video there, guys. If you did enjoy this video, hit that thumbs up. If you're new here, hit that subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.